Hi, and welcome to the help video for site administration under Element. To manage your sites in Element, you want to first log in, and from the main menu, choose Administration, and then from the Administration main menu, choose Sites. And from here, this is the Sites module, you will see all the sites that are listed currently available for this primary user account. You can add sites, delete sites. The status of the site is indicated here, and the statuses are either under construction, offline, or online. These two sites happen to be online. In the right area, you have molecular software as the descriptive name, and this descriptive name follows you throughout Element and is usually listed down below when you're in content management to let you know what site you're modifying. Also, when you have multiple sites, when you first go into content management, you will be given the option of which site to choose, and this would be the descriptive name that you see here along with the domain. Go back over to sites again. That's what the descriptive name does for you. The primary domain, this is the domain name that you registered that's being used for this site. You can also have alternate domains. So you can have a total of 6 different domain names all pointing to this same site. And if any of the, let's say that we had for an alternate domain, www.molecular.net, if somebody put that into their browser address, when it came to the site, it will resolve to this site, this primary domain name. Of course, just like with all the other modules within Element, if you ever have any questions about any of these fields in a module, you can always click on the little blue help icon to the right of the field, and it'll give you a more detailed description of what that field is used for and what that field is. When we look down here at the account, this is where you choose which account that this site is going to be designated for. If you have multiple accounts that you're working under, you would have a listing here, and you could choose which account this site will be classified under. This is the status of the current site, and this is for the site as a whole. So if you put the site under construction, it will be for the entire site. Same thing with offline. The copyright to this is used to and is placed at the bottom of all of your web pages throughout your website, and it will show who the site is copyrighted to. This, of course, can be different than the descriptive name. Access level. Access levels are used for security purposes if you wanted to restrict the access to your website. You could set it to all different kinds of levels. You have up to 10 different levels of access that you can assign to it. You'll notice that we have common, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, 6, 7, 8, and you'll notice that these are numbers and then names. Well, these names can be assigned underneath the member options area. Under site options, you have an area called member options. And inside member options is where you're going to assign names to those different access levels. If you don't assign any names to the access levels, they'll just come out as numbers. That's why we have common, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can also assign codes to these, and we can get further into the members options and you can find a help video for that as well. So that's where you would assign the access level. If you leave it open, that means there's no security restrictions for this site whatsoever, and any visitor can see any of the site. Once we've filled this information out, if we went to template, we can go and select from several of the different templates that we have available for you. These are free templates. If you had a custom template designed for you, there would be no available templates for you to select from, and you would have a custom template indicator here. Under site options, this is where you can actually perform options to the site itself. We have a tutorial video for each individual site option because, of course, they can get very detailed. And if you're here to just learn about how to create a site, we didn't want to lengthen this video with definitions of how all of these work. So you'll find that these videos will be available as well. So if you are to delete a site, if we want to delete this testing site, what that's going to do is when we remove this site, it's going to remove all the pages, all the files that you've uploaded, images, everything from the server. So you want to make sure that you do want to delete this before you actually perform the deletion. To recover the site, we would have to restore from backup, and we would have an expense for that. So let's go ahead and create a site just to show you how this works. We'll give it a descriptive name. We'll enter in a primary domain. We can now enter in a alternate domain if we want. Like we said before, we can have test2.net, test2.com. We can have any domain name that we've registered as a domain name that we want to point to here. We choose the account that we want to assign it to. We choose which status we want to put it at, and we put a copyright in. We go down and we select a template that we want to use. Let's say that we want to use, let's use this template here. And we just drag that template over into the selected template area and let go of it. It's just a left mouse click, drag over and drop. And then site options, we can leave these as all the defaults. And you'll notice you can't go into any of them until you actually save the site. So if we go ahead and save the site, it's going to create that site for us now, Test2, and that site is now available on Element. If you have your domain name already resolving to Element, it will automatically become available, and your visitors can then can access that site. Once we have all of that, all of these fields filled in and populated, we can go now into the site options and start making modifications to these sites, to these options. You'll notice some are not available, and the reason that they're not available is basically because of the template selection in this case. The template that was selected doesn't allow for multiple columns, so if we changed our template to one that does have columns, and it's as easy as just dragging and overwriting the other one, click on Save, we'll notice now that default columns is available because that template allows for columns. When we delete this site, it's going to remove it from the server, and like I said, it's going to remove all the images and any resource files we may have uploaded. Click on Yes, and it will remove that site for you. Of course, with all of our other modules, if you need any help at any time that's more detailed than the video or the icons off to the right, you can always click on the Help button in the upper right hand corner, and it will open up a PDF, and that PDF, of course, will explain everything in much more detail about this particular module. These are all bookmarked. You can go down to if you wanted to see what email server options was about. That concludes the help video for site management. Thank you.